Esau is so wicked, he is even starting war with his alliances, with those that are allied with him. Because look what happened with the Nord Stream pipeline, right? He went in and he did something to the Nord Stream pipeline. We all know what happened.
Yeah, he blew up the.
I wasn't gonna say it out loud because I don't want them to strike me.
He struck their oil line because they didn't want to do business. They didn't want to get in bed with Esau because they understood that Esau was underhanding them, and they was getting the better of the deal. And the rest was like, no, man, we ain't finna allow this no more. So Esau went and did what he did up under and made a deal over there in Africa at the same time.
Yeah,
he created a pipeline to Africa.
Also, too, from what I was reading, from what I was hearing, they said that that America didn't want them to be dependent on Russian oil because that might create a weakness in the alliance because they were getting their oil from Russia through the Nord Stream pipeline and they didn't want that. You see what I'm saying? So so they destroyed that thing to make it to where they would have to come to America. Now at the same time, while this was happening, America liked to throw a contingency out there. What a lot of people didn't know, but they were building a pipeline through Niger, going over into Europe. You see what I'm saying? So they were building that pipeline through Niger, going into Europe. So what happened in Niger? They were like, nah, you're not building your pipeline over here. You're not building your pipeline over here, man. Because so what's gonna happen? Now, Britain, England, France, all those other countries over there in the European peninsula, right? Now they're looking like, we ain't gonna have no power coming this winter. And who did that? Who was the one who did that? It was America that did that. You're supposed to be our ally, and you're causing suffering amongst us now. So what do you think is gonna happen? You got it out.
Two.
Yeah, 2.
God. This is Obadiah, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
You are greatly despised, bro. Everybody hates you now. It ain't like it was 20, 30 years ago where people were still looking at you as the man, like you was that guy. Now everybody in the world is starting to look at Esau Edom as the demon he really is, man. Like everywhere he go, it's just a trail of death, chaos, murder, rape, rob, all that stuff, man. Look, the food, you poison the food, man. Like, bro, this man, he genetically modified salmon, right? And then accidentally, they got released into the Alaskan salmon population. Well, guess what the GMO salmon decided to do? They decided to eat the real salmon.
Real salmon, yeah.
Okay? They decided to eat the real salmon. Now you eating, exactly. And now the food is, now those salmon are multiplying in the ocean, in the waters. So now we're gonna eat that salmon, we're gonna eat that polluted food, and it's going to wreak havoc with our bodies, right? Who in their right mind would do something like that? You know, except the devil. Who would do something like that?
It's never in the history have you seen everything that the Lord put here was put for a purpose, and it serves its purpose and it's right. Esau has actually put an animal out here that's unclean, man. He's put an unclean animal out here in the sense that it'll like the brother said, it'll destroy our insides just by eating, man. Everything the Lord put here was good for us.
Exactly.
Did the same thing, Salaki. I was gonna say he did the same thing with mosquitoes. You know, the mosquitoes out here, man, a lot of them ain't even natural mosquitoes, man. It's, you know, genetically modified. So when they bite you, you know, they carry certain diseases, man, far worse than the average mosquito carry.
Exactly. And they're releasing them over in Florida, allowing these things to multiply with the real mosquitoes, you know? It's just like, who would think, do you think that you're gonna be able to escape what you're doing?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better term, you shitting in your water and going over to the pond next to it to drink from it.
Right.
Thinking that the shit ain't gonna carry over. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. You thinking that you're gonna escape the very things that you're doing to everybody else. This is how dumb you are, man. Like I mean, like the scripture said, has wisdom departed from teeming? Because y'all are not wise anymore. You're not thinking about, okay, well, 50 years from now, my children's children are gonna have to be in the same world that I'm creating. You know, my children and my children's children are gonna have to be here. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about here and now, everything just for $1. You want to continue on that Obadiah Bible shot? Y'all brothers got precepts.
This is Obadiah, verse 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high.
You think you got it, man. You know, you're filled with foolish pride, okay? And you think that you're gonna escape. But look, man, you dug a trap for yourself, but the scriptures talk about you dug a pit for me, but you're gonna be the one that fall into it, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Yo, look what's happening with the so-called white man. You polluted a black woman, not a white woman turning against you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're looking into these white women are calling you out for your evil, right? Your children who still gonna go into captivity are calling out your history. Because the scriptures talk about your children shall seek to please the poor. They calling you out for your history and for what you've done. You got Chinese people revealing Chinese people talking about slavery and how dirty Jake was done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Taiwanese women talking about how they want black men now. You see, the things that you tried to do to poison us are now turning against you. And it's turning against you at a phenomenal rate, man. Like this stuff is happening fast. You know, as soon as you drop it, like what happened in Maui, normally it would have took years for that information to come out to know that it was a DEW. Right. It would have took years for that to come out. It came out the very next day.
That's right.
The very next day, people knew that you turned the water off, that you stopped the emergency broadcast, right? They knew, they did the research and they seen that, okay, certain things that were certain colors were not burnt. You know what I'm saying? How could that be? Because light reflects certain spectrum of colors back to it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So now, why is this blue umbrella not burnt? Why is this blue car not burnt? You know? So certain spectrums are being reflected back and people are saying, we're starting to figure you out, man. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all of this evil. We know that you're doing it. You know? Why? Because you wanted that land over there. You covet fields to take it by violence, and brother can hold that too.
That's why they over there saying, them people over there, they went live on the news, like ABC, NBC, you know, they went live and they were saying, we're not selling the land. You know, and everybody seeing it is like, yeah, y'all trying to buy the land out. That's what it's really about, just like you were saying, bro. You just mentioned.
Because people are they know your project. What is it? Something solution. Reaction. Problem reaction solution. Yeah, problem reaction solution. Order of KO. Like you go in, you create the problem, right? The people react a certain way, and then you come in with the solution, right? But it ain't working that way no more.
They know it's game plan.
Yeah, they know, because you're a one-trick pony. Yeah. You do the same thing over and over again, you know? And once people see through your disguise as that angel coming to save the day, and they start looking at your history, because now there's something called the internet. That's why you about to cut it, okay? That's why the internet about to cut, because knowledge is flowing to and fro too fast, man. You know what I'm saying? People are being able to communicate with each other and talk about things, talk about your history, talk about, oh, well, dang, he came to Hawaii and he put the queen on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? And he forced the king by gunpoint to sign over the rights of the people. He put the queen in house arrest, his daughter on house arrest, and they took over the land. And then in 1882, they made Hawaii a state of America against the will of the Hawaiians. Oh, we know this history now. We know y'all did this. Oh, we know what y'all did to the Israelites. We know that y'all brought him over here. We know that y'all killed the Native Americans. We know that y'all over there in Africa and y'all continuously keeping it destable so they can't build up their infrastructure, even though it's the richest continent on the earth. We know y'all doing this now, okay? So now that we know that y'all doing it, we're not with it no more. We're not with it, and they're not like, okay, it's some of y'all that's good. They're not saying, okay, some of y'all good or some good among you. They don't want to have nothing to do with none of y'all, man.
Right.
Not a nan one of y'all, because the seed is evil. You can have a cool so-called white man. He can be the coolest one ever, but his seed is evil. Okay, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about, well, it got to be some good. I said, well, what about their children? You know, you're dealing with the evil seed. You think that something that's evil can just be made righteous if it was made to be evil in the first place? What's crooked can't be made straight.
So not upright in it.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? You can bring that out.
You're not gonna see their other side. Their other side is behind closed doors.
Yeah.
A lot of times, see, Esau is a sneaky racist in some cases, so they'll be cool as hell to you, but when they amongst each other behind in the rooms, oh man.
Nigga that.
Yeah, man.
Case in point, I was watching a video on TikTok of the sheriff, right? And the sheriff, he had got elected sheriff. This was just early today. I was doing a video about it. And behind closed doors, he was like, "I hate them niggers.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
fire every one of them." And he got
Texas,
caught on.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Texas, and it got caught on tape. Okay, now it's an investigation, right? They always have to investigate. It ain't even, oh, we heard the tape, man. And that's how Esau does it. You know what I'm saying? To try to save his ass, to make it sound like it's more than what it is. We're gonna investigate, and we're gonna bring people here and there. Bro, you got the tape.
Yeah.
Isn't that evidence enough?
Yeah, fire this guy, take his pension away, and then you're supposed to go. The true investigation is now you're supposed to go into all the cases that this guy was
Investigation's done.
Yeah, the investigation's done. You're supposed to go try to go right the wrongs that this guy has done throughout all of these years. That's the That's what you got to go look into. It's all the judgment is set for that guy.
Right. But see, Esau don't do that. That's why he's an unfit judge. You see what I'm saying? Because Esau hates Jake. Okay? Esau has a perpetual hatred against Jake. So all of the other Edomites that are in power listening to this, what they're saying to themselves, yeah, well, we do hate, we hate, that's what we got to investigate. We try to kind of dampen it down a little bit to make it seem like it's not as big as it was, because we hate them too. Like the captain just said. The captain said that we don't see the other side of him behind closed doors, because behind closed doors, they all like that, man. There ain't no cool ones. You can bring that out, Bobby.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
You see that? His soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Okay? He cannot make a righteous judgment call. Oh, you don't want to sell your land to me? Okay, I'll be back. All right, so you got that direct energy weapon ready? Okay. We're going to go ahead and burn this thing. We're going to go ahead and destroy this land, and then we're going to go back to them and ask them if they want to sell it afterward. You see what I'm saying? You about to Gaddafi? You about to back your dollar, your money with gold? Oh, you about to do that? Oh, to liberate your Libyan people? Oh, you about to do that? Okay, I got you. I'll be right back. All right, let's go in and let's destabilize Libya real quick and put in our own puppet dictator, okay? And get rid of Gaddafi. And Libya still ain't got back from that left. Oh, Saddam. Oh, you don't want to no longer accept dollars in trade of your oil? You want gold. You want to back your system by gold. You don't want to be a part of this anymore. Oh, okay. I'll be right back. He got weapons of mass destruction over there, man. We need to go ahead and roll over there and liberate his people. It's always under the guise of peace. This is how he comes. That's what the scriptures say about peace. He shall destroy many. He shall come and he shall offer you peace and say, we're going to come to save you. Bro, we've been doing this for thousands of years before you came along. This is how we've been running our society. Why do we need to be saved by you? You are the problem. You know what I'm saying? We were good before you came along, but you came along, and as the scripture said, you the hammer of the earth. You dashed us to pieces, man. That's why all of these other nations are in so disarray. They drank of the wine, they believe this devil because of his military might, and now their countries are in disarray, and they don't want to have nothing to do with them anymore. You can continue on.
But the just shall live by his faith. Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine.
He transgressed by wine, his doctrine. He always going around screaming democracy, 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 democracy. Man, anytime you hear the word democracy, man, y'all, you need to run, okay? Because that word has been put on a banner that has destroyed so many people. Look at Jake, for instance. Jake always voting Democrat, democracy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you go back into the history, every level of impression that has been put forth by Jake, not saying that the Republicans are any different, but every level of oppression, right? Because it tricks you into believing that it's something for you, but then it's really against you. Against you. It is a philosophy, it is a doctrine, and you don't know the doctrine. Jake think he knows the doctrine. Jake think he knows the philosophy. Jake don't know the philosophy. Jake think he do. You think you know what type of moves they're gonna make. You don't know, because every time they come along with something, they make a different move than what they told you every time.
A good example is that the student loan debt.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And Joe Biden, that was like his main push during his